Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest. Today, we're going to be talking about where to get reliable Tower of Fantasy information, web pages that you can count on, and resources that you should be using. So let's go ahead and dig in. First off, I do want to say for anybody who has looked at or referenced tier lists that have been released already up until this point, it literally wasn't until today and yesterday that we knew some of the global exclusive changes for the characters in Tower of Fantasy. Now that the preload is live, I believe a lot of people are being able to find the data mined information and getting accurate information out there. But for most people, if you're seeing tier lists or you're listening to tier lists, take them with a grain of salt right now, because the information has, for the most part, I think, been updated on the Tower of Fantasy Index, and I think we should be seeing some genuine tier lists coming out soon. So pay attention over the next couple of days, because that's when all the real kind of tier list and power lists are going to come out, especially with all the passives that are being changed and adjusted. Now, main couple sources of information that you're going to want to use that are reliable. Would definitely recommend the Tower of Fantasy map here that I have in front of me. This map, all of this is going to be linked down below in the description and in the first comment pinned. This is going to give you access to a variety of resources. Most importantly, you can get the black and gold orbs here, which are going to be utilized for polls. So a lot of people come in and they're like, should I re-roll in this game? Should I not re-roll? If you are planning on re-rolling, I would definitely recommend the guide that was actually uploaded by Gateo. Very good guide on how to re-roll. He shows you how to do it and shows you what gold orbs to go for really quickly. But I think for the most part, content creators around kind of the community right now are recommending not re-rolling, just because you get a whole bunch of access to free summons across the world from exploration. You're just going to want to kind of start the game and start pushing through. There's also rumors right now that there's going to be, and I'm pretty sure this has been confirmed, a SSR select item as well for global players. So you are potentially going to be able to get to select an SSR as well. Outside of the map tool, your home base is probably going to be the Tower of Fantasy Index. For those of you that haven't seen this webpage is being run out of the Ada Cafe Discord. Now, the Ada Cafe Discord will also have a link for down below. It's also linked on this webpage. Definitely the main source of information for all Tower of Fantasy related info right now. This is going to be information on leaks, updates. They just posted the server names. So right now, for NA, I think we're going to be going for Nightfall for my community. We'll probably go to one of these smaller servers, but Nightfall is going to be my goal. But if you want all of the latest updates, if you want the accurate tier list, the accurate information on the characters, go to that Discord. You can, of course, make your own decisions by just going through here. They have updated some of the characters. I don't know if they've updated all of the characters yet. I'm pretty sure that they've updated most of them with the leaks and information that's been coming out today, because there is a lot of character modifications that have been coming out with the data mined info. And all you need to do is go on the Reddit or go onto the Discord, and you'll see people talking about all of this. Now, there are some guides and there's information on mounts and relics on this webpage. I found the guides to be not the most helpful. There's definitely some good guides in here, but they're not all of the guides that I kind of wanted. And I think I did have to go kind of outside of the realm of this webpage in order to gain a little bit more of an understanding of which characters are going to be good, why they're good, etc., etc. There also wasn't a passcode guide, so I do have a link to a passcode guide right here. It's from just a generic web page that you can find by Googling. But this has all of the passcodes. It does seem like in the game that you're going to need. So you will be able to easily access these and find these. For those of you that can read Chinese or translate relatively easily, while we are not necessarily the CN version of the game, and we're going to have significant changes to the CN version of the game, you can also go to this guide. This guide is posted by Rosie. Rosie is another content creator on, I believe it's the Taiwanese side, not the Chinese side. But they are a Taiwanese content creator, and when I went in their Discord, they were just talking about kind of how they did. They have some tier lists as well, some getting started guides. So you can go through this. They have tier lists from 3 different versions of the game. So you can see even their almost beginning starting tier list that they have right here, where, you know, again, they have PvE and they have PvP kind of broken into 2 different sides. Again, while not necessarily relevant fully for global, right, because we're having passives changed and stats changed and stuff, this could still be just a really good reference guide, or a way for you to kind of build your understanding of the game, because I think a lot of people still don't really understand the game. They still don't understand what they're doing, what the point of the game is, right, whether it's free to play friendly, whether it's pay to win. So definitely a good foundation here. Finally, I actually am going to recommend this pro games guide. Now, normally I wouldn't go and recommend a web page like this or a description like this, but actually reading through this, it actually helps you understand, again, why certain characters are good. And while this is specifically for PvE, and while it may not be the most relevant tier list out there, right, it's still going to give you an idea of, for example, why King is beloved on the CN side, why we have Samir, who's going to be extremely powerful, right? I think everybody's going to be wanting to pull potentially for Samir. It's also going to give you an idea of why we have certain weapon builds the way that we have them. And then there's also other weapon guides if you guys are familiar, again, with the Ada Pioneers Discord. If you go in there, they will have access to a whole variety of kind of the optimal weapons. And again, I think this is going to change. I am reasonably confident right now that this is actually going to change with all of the changes that are going on in the game right now and with the global side. I think it's kind of going to be difficult to... I think it's going to be difficult to say this is going to be the best piece of gear and this is not going to be the best piece of gear until the full data mine information is released. And that could take a day. I know a lot of it's coming out right now, but it could probably take a day for everything to get updated and uploaded to the webpage. And then, of course, for the sleuths to go through it and pull optimally. So until then, definitely just take your time, go through the Simulacra, understand how they work, go through the matrices, understand what they bring to the table, because there is a lot of information in this game. This game's very complicated. This game has very many layers, and it's going to be quite easy to get overwhelmed. And definitely don't underestimate the power of matrices. And I mean, we might just do a video where we go through every single character, every single matrice, and kind of talk about what they do, just so that we can get an basic foundational understanding of kind of everything that's going on. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time. And let me know what you want to talk about in Tower of Fantasy. I'm trying to avoid doing a tier list because, again, the actual tier lists aren't really public yet. People don't really know what they're going to be, but I did just want to be able to give you guys tools and preparation for the actual game. So thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys later.